crack on with it and hurry up so it doesn't take... So I'm not here all day, but I'm going to do the whole Knuckles' run here while I'm here. But the first thing I'm going to do is turn the game down a little bit. There we go. Because I don't want to go deaf trying to play this. You've got to do it Knuckles and Knuckles though, so I'll do it like that. And yeah, I'm just going to show off Knuckles' story, Knuckles' little bits and pieces as we go through. Because he does have his own story, per se. It's not as complicated and... Well, I say complicated, it's not as varied as it is in Sonic 3, unfortunately. Where it's almost every stage was always completely new. But there are some alternate paths that only Knuckles can reach in every level, so I thought it was worth showing off. Because you start in a different area, Green Hill as well. Whee! And I haven't been practicing, so this will be fun. I might die a couple times. Because Knuckles' story is harder. There's 2 points where you actually do have to go a completely different level. And they do make the most of Knuckles, so they are a bit harder. Because I fuck up a simple jump. There we go. What's down here? Oh, combine ring, don't mind if I do. But the game expects you to do a lot more yourself when you're doing it like this instead of like giving you springs and shit like that. You have to do a lot more yourself. What's over here? Oh, just rings. It's hoping for a big ring. Ow. Alright. I'm in no rush, I'm just going to play through it and see how it goes. I do want that though. Thank you. Whoa, easy there. Oh, and I lost it immediately. Oh, such a waste. Whee! Whoa, hello, alright. I want to get up to the main path. Is this up to the main path? No, this ring's not strong enough. I want to get up to the main path because I know where Big Ring is up there. Here it is. Oh, here we go, even. As Knuckles 2 gets destroyed again. I don't mind. It's good fun. It's over here. God, I didn't even realise that spring was there. Bloody hell. Right, I've done this enough times I should be able to confidently get them all, but we'll find out as we go. So like I said in the Let's Play, I only go for the big box rings like this, where the rest of the time I'm focusing purely on the blue orbs. I only start collecting the normal rings once I've reached Mark 3. To be fair, you can get the emeralds at Mark 2. You're fast enough to catch up with it at Mark 2. It's just easier at Mark 3. Like, there we go. That's one. And I know there's several others, and there's some that are, you can only get on the Knuckles path, but I don't know. So I don't want to waste time constantly running around trying to find it. This boss fight is a little harder though, because you can't actually reach the top bit because Knuckles has a smaller zone. So you've got to wait for it to come down and do it properly. Come on. Also, I only realised the other day that they're mini death eggs. The robot there, it's just 2 mini death eggs from the originals. Well, I hit the item box just soon enough that it didn't count the extra 10 rings. Nice. Right, now I've got to try and remember where they are in this one. So I know where one is, but the other one I always just kind of stumble into. So hopefully we can find it. Hey, as I try not to get spiked by that. Right, let's get the fire shield over here. So you can get ourselves an extra... Well, we might be able to get 2 extra lives because of how many rings are down here. Hey! Knuckles has his own path over here. Oh, we're gonna lose the fire shield. Oh well. Because all Knuckles has to do is walk into walls to break them, whilst everyone else has to spin dash into them, which is why you can get access to certain paths. And there are some blocks that literally only he can destroy anyway. Oh, at this rate, I'm gonna miss like both of them. I don't know where they are. Is there something? This looks rather suspicious. There's a secret between them. I had to check. Ah, shit. What's down here? Oh, shield. Oh, I saw the ring. Look, it's there. I can see it. Let me. God damn it. Alright, I gotta try and work out how to get there. Oh, damn it. There's got to be a way down there. No, I'll be here all day if I keep on trying. I've just got to move on. B. Oh no! I want that spring. I want to go up there because I think one of the rings I want, and one of the rings with the chaos symbol is up there. Damn it! I will get it. There we go. Yeah, it's here. Sweet. Well, although I haven't managed to find the other one to get free, I at least got this one. I'm trying to remember the special stages. I haven't done them in a while. If I remember correctly, if I do a sharp turn, there's a jump here, and if you hit the up arrow, it automatically boosts you to Mark 3. So now I'm at the fastest speed already. Sweet. Because it does stop at Mark 3. Once you go past Mark 3, you just get bonus points for it. And I think it's the way you rack up continues as well, by constantly getting the bonus points. Got ya. I see, that was easy. Nux got a Chaos Emerald. To be fair, I've never reached a continue screen. I had to look at it online to even see if it was a real thing. And this should launch us straight towards the boss. Yeah. If you're just joining us, I'm doing Knuckles' story just to see, because there's different paths and different levels, things like that with Knuckles' story. So I'm just doing it in a Let's Play. So I was going to make it like a one-off video of all together, but I just decided live stream would be quicker and probably better and more fun. Oh, one thing I didn't know: this boss, if you let the fight go on long enough, there's actually an end to the path. You can actually get knocked out of the path and get forced into a death. So you are actually under a time limit for it. And yes, I am using the Knuckles and Knuckles mode, just so then I can have 2 Knuckleses. So I might as well make it just that little extra more fun as I go. As we're heading towards Chemical Plant. Let's see where we end up now. Oh boy, it's Chemical Plant. And there's a ring that I didn't know about on my main run through that I know about now, so I'll bring that up. I'll go towards it. And I do know about the trick of going faster on those things. Just jumping and holding down as you go down the slope. Right, I'll let me get the extra life over here. I believe it's left, and then you just hold down and you'll work your way towards it. There we on the third special stage. See, that wasn't too bad. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to get all the Chaos Emeralds on this run. The only run through the game I ever did where I didn't was my blind run, because I didn't oh, excuse me. I didn't really understand the special stages and how they worked yet. I was still adjusting and learning to it. Because once you have the idea down, they're kind of easy. I'm going to go this way. Like I said, once you're at Mark 2, you can start catching up to the Chaos Emerald, but Mark 3 just makes it a quicker process. Where is it? Whoa, hang on, where is it? There it is. I went past it, oops. There we go. What? See, there's 3. Well, that's in a really dickhead position, but I know where that is, so that should be fine. Is there any speed of it? Nope, we're going this way then. Remember, the little jumps there are going to be a little bit harder because Knuckles has a smaller jump. You've got to keep that in mind as you play. He's slightly slower and has a really horrible jump. I want to go up here. And I would usually do the jump to go up, but I want to follow this all the way along down here because there is a special ring down here if you take it right to the bottom. Which is funny because it was just a death trap if you fell down here in the original, but now they decide to sneak a ring. The bastards. It's so devilish. Right, now this is usually where I start having trouble if I'm going to have any, so I need to be a bit more careful. Sometimes I jump between it to try and get those rings, but I learned to stop bothering because it's so easy to fuck up. Now we're on Mark 2, so we can start catching up. And yeah, I know I haven't been uploading too much on the channel. Well, I say too much, I haven't been uploading at all. But it's just the usual bollocks. I'll get round to it, it's just trying to find a game to play, trying to find the time to do it, and then keep on board with it. But I do want to keep it up. I don't want it to sort of turn into a slog like it was of Uncharted 2, waiting for the upload to that, because that was just an eternity. That was a hell of a lot longer. I planned to have that done in about a month, and it took nearly 8 months. So hopefully, especially now I don't have college anymore, I can have more time. I can find more time to do more little things, and hopefully more live streams, because I do enjoy live streams. There we go, as we get the 4th. Because I do enjoy the live streams. It's just something nice fun where I can sit back and chill. I don't need to worry about mad editing or whatever. I can just crack on and do it. I still love the remixes of Chemical Plant. Speaking of which, Sonic 2 HD. I haven't got a strong enough laptop to play anything really, and I couldn't make that jump. All right, that's going to be problematic. All right, time to climb the wall. Oh, other Knuckles died. Anyways, I was saying, like, Sonic 2 HD, I've been watching it, it's all hand-drawn animation, it's not sprite work like this, and my god, that game looks impressive. And the soundtrack with it, they got T-Lopes doing Act 1 and someone else doing Act 2, and both of them are impressive as hell, but I kind of like the Act 2 stuff. As much as I love T-Lopes music, the funkier, more techno remakes we're getting for Act 2 on each level are just so cool. If you haven't had a chance to look it up, it's currently on Sage, which is like a Sonic hacking contest, where people make their own fan games and people get to try it out and things like that. So if you have a chance, have a look at it, because it's really impressive. And whether you like Sonic or not, the creators behind it deserve some praise for it. They deserve a bit of... because they work their arse off for it. It's like really starting to pay off. And who knows, maybe if they get enough spotlight, they might catch Sega's eye. Because I mean, it's how Sonic Mania came to be, because Christian Whitehead caught Sega's eye with his fan game. And then they trusted him to Sonic CD port, then Sonic 1 and 2. I know I'm letting myself get hit, this isn't how you're supposed to do the fight at all, but I just like getting it over with. There we go. There we go. There's something quite goofy about having two Knuckleses doing everything, but oh well. This level's a bastard to speedrun. If you haven't seen my run of it, you have an idea. Like, there's a lot of routes that I missed and didn't know about that I know about now. But it's just getting the patterns on point as well. Alright, before I forget, if you go all the way over here from where you start... Where is it? I can't remember if it's high or low. Is it over here? I think it's over here. If you go this way instead of the way you're supposed to. This, alright, on my blind Wraith playthrough, this was the first one I started screwing up on multiple times. This one's part of the reason why I ended up failing. I didn't mean to go this way, I wanted to go the other way, but oh well. And it's just because there's so much little shit and so many little jumps that it becomes easy to get really far behind it and run out of time. Because even though there's a lot of rings out here, if it gets too far away, it's going to be a while before you catch up. I'm glad I at least got that, so I can start trying to catch up to the bloody thing. If you can, refrain from jumping, because you slow down slightly every time you jump. But you gain more sideways momentum, so if you're good, and you can just keep jumping sideways, you'll be moving faster than running. But it's a hard thing to keep up without bouncing into walls and everything, because you're constantly moving forward. I'm not holding down forward to do this, he just does it. I want to reach Mark 3, so I want to go this way. Right, now we go. I've got to start catching up to the emerald quickly. And I need to get some rings, so I'm going to quickly detour and get these. Right, now let's go for the chase. See how far away it gets just by taking those springs, because the jumping slows you down so much. Or being in the air slows you down so much. So I should be able to catch it soon. Look, I'm right next to it now. Got ya. There we go. See, I'll have all the Chaos Emeralds down in no time. I know where one more big ring is in this level. Oh, I gotta continue! Holy shit! See, I told you, continues do exist. They're just extremely rare. No one really bothers with them. Oh. This launches you back to the main path, where if you go all the way to the right when you're normally there, so... Because this will take us to the DNA path, and we're back on the main path now. Main trail. I said path too many times in that sentence. What's up here? Oh, just a bubble shield. You can't get any of the shield's bonus effects, like the double jump, the dash, or the bounce as Tails or Knuckles, because their special ability will rule it over instead. Like Knuckles, if you try and do a second jump, he glides, so you don't get that extra bonus. Up here's a combine ring, if I remember rightly. Yep. There we go. Like, there's an invisible wall there as well, not just in the coding. So you can't try and just go under and slip through, you have to do it properly. Right, now I learned there's a huge ass shortcut if you go left instead of right. On the speedrun, on the speedrun attempt, you see I go right. But if you just go left, you skip a huge chunk of the level and it takes you right here. Also, Knuckles exclusive path over here. I'll try and show off all the Knuckles exclusive paths, but I don't know where all of them are. I only know where some of them are. So I know there's a few that I just don't find. Whee. Oh yeah, the water shield makes you immune to the hazardous liquid here. I have no idea what other Knuckles was doing there, that sounded ridiculously mad. This way. Oh no, I think I missed the other ring. Yeah, I did, I missed the other ring, oh well. No! God damn it! Alright. Bonus stage it is. Fucking game. Well, to be fair, like in my bonus video, I kind of skipped through it so I can show one for real then. God damn it. Oh, it looks so HD and sparkly. I've been going through Sonic 3 again, so I'm used to it being back in the Sonic 3 Genesis texture. I still love this theme. The idea is to get all the blue spheres. If you do a circle, they all turn the rings. You get all the rings, you get a perfect. And sometimes it will seem confusing because you're like, hang on a minute, because it's like a giant globe-like structure and it feels a bit off. But you'll get used to it. It was worse in Sonic 3 because of obviously it wasn't as graphically superior as this is. And so sometimes it could actually start to hurt your head where you was a bit confused. But simple enough. And in the original, that's how you got a Chaos Emerald in Sonic 3. But in this, so you get medals to unlock the bonus stuff. You get a silver medal for beating it, you get a gold medal if you get the perfect. Right, now let's go take on Dr. Robotnik in the Mean Bean Machine, otherwise known as Puyo Puyo. Because I've heard that Eggman's AI is slightly smarter on Knuckles because Knuckles is supposed to be the hard mode, but I don't know if that's actually true. Well, I've never found anything to suggest so. Right, I want to try and make a double combo here, so I'm gonna leave that and just try and fill up the blue. Without him dicking me over, preferably. Arsehole. Alright, give me a blue. Give me a blue. There we go. Right, that's over, Eggman. That should do quite a bit to you. There we go. Yeah, he's fucked. See, that cheeky tribble is all you need. There we go. Right, when the game first launched, I never tried it, but when the game first launched, if you hold right, you could fall through the platform at that point and just die. But the patch for the PS4 came out a few weeks ago, so now they've changed it and fixed it. The best thing about this update, though, is you know the problem I had on the original run-through, where every time I hit 50 rings, I kept on accidentally doing the double jump and going into Supersonic. Now that doesn't happen, because you have to actually press triangle when you have 50 rings, and it does it for you, so you can still do your drop dash as well. It's such a more convenient change. Right, now I want to get that special stage, which I believe is over here. I believe it's... Oh, past it, never mind. Actually, if I take the spring at the end and like race across it, I might be able to find it better. Yes, it's there, I think. Is it? I don't know. I know it's somewhere over here. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna find this, because it's gonna bother me otherwise. Where the hell are you? Unless I just came off too soon. I can see the other path. It's over here. I was just making it too complicated for myself. This is what happens when you're out of practice. This special stage is still a bastard. I still think this is the hardest one. 7, I've never failed 7. But now I said that live, I'm gonna fail it. I have to shut up and concentrate a little bit when it's this one, just because it is hard. It can catch you if you're not careful. Sharp turn, try and get all of these. Oh, I got all but one. Trust my luck. Yes, I got that. Right, now there's a sharp turnish here. And then we're back on the cycle. And now after this point, I just try and jump over them instead of taking them, because it's just the better option, because it slows you down so much. Alright, now we can start trying to haul ass to try and get the fucking thing. Come on, get back here! I can see you! Come on! There we go. Alright, now I just need one more. If I stick to the upper path, I think I know where the other one is. It's just getting up to the upper path first of all. Oh no, there's also one on the lower path, so it doesn't matter too much. Shield. Alright. I still love the music of Studiopolis. Like, T-Lope's my man. The music for the new zones is definitely his best. I love how sad that robot gets as time goes on. And of course, once again, I end up taking the death route. I don't mean to take the death route. Anytime I'm not playing, I don't end up on the lower route. But every time I am playing, it's just where I end up. Oh, I could listen to this all day. Some of the music in this game. Right, now I think this will take me near a big ring. Yeah, there's one there. Right now I just need to try and angle the jump to get as much height off that to make it. Right now, gaming curse, don't jinx me now. I said, oh, I've never failed this. Because just don't take the longer path, because the longer path, when it splits, the longer path is just not worth it. The longer path is so much more dangerous, and it's like it's a longer path in something where you're trying to catch up to the Chaos Emerald. You want the shorter path as often as possible. This way. And there's a lot of rings on this path as well, which is kind of neat. You're trying to catch up to the bloody thing. Got ya. Right, now we can be Super Knuckles, which isn't as OP as it used to be. Because in Sonic 3 there wasn't a Super Tails and Super Knuckles. You had to get the Super Emeralds to do it. And then the Super Emeralds turned Tails into a god, and it made it so every time Knuckles glided into a wall, it killed every enemy on screen. But now you see, look, on the top right, when I jump, the triangle lights up so I can go into Super Knuckles, and I'll at least show it off. He gets a speed boost like Sonic, but it's not as good as Super Sonic, and he glides a lot faster than usual. Like, see, he moves a lot faster on the wall. And the usual shit like invincibility as well. As Knuckles, get off the springs, please. There we go. Now the most fan-gamey boss in the game exists. No, I say that. I like this boss. It's just it's something that you wouldn't have seen in the main series. It is something that just kind of sits in the realm of fan games. Because I can run straight into the missile from Super Sonic, but he's Super Knuckles even. But you got to roll. I won't be Super Knuckles for the rest of it, but I just wanted to show it off. Because it'll kind of turn this into a joke, and I don't want it to be too easy. Even though I really don't think this game's that hard. But if Knuckles' story is that little bit harder, but it's still... If you've played any of the classic Sonics, you'll be fine in this. If this is your first Sonic, then yeah, it'll be tough. Or if you just suck, then it might be tough, but I had next to no trouble with playing through this game. I was just having fun. if you pay attention to the order the missiles come at you, you can see. If you pay attention to the order they like, as when they're shot out when they're going up and down, you can work out what order they're coming at you from. I just tried that horribly, so I'll just point it out. This point, you can see that the blue one's going to be last, I believe. So jump over this one, and then there it is. See? Oh. And of course, just like the original, as soon as the boss dies, it takes you out of your super form. Oh. Oh, cool bonus. I'm still not sure what defines the cool bonus in this. Like, I still haven't worked it out. It's just sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I love this level as well. It's quite a funky level. And unfortunately, Knuckles doesn't have the drop dash like Sonic. Not that it matters too much. There we go. I'm gonna jump over you because you're a pain in the ass and not worth it. There's another big ring here. Oh, this is why I wanted to show off in my original run. It says Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Well, it doesn't say what Nintendo don't, but it just does the first half, so if you know the reference, it's what it is. I kind of prefer Act 2 Studiopolis over Act 1 with the music, I think. Act 2 is just so much more catchy. Right, let's see if I can hit this for once. Hey, I got it! Hey! And over here is another big ring. That's your reward. Whoa, hey, that did not go the way it was supposed to. It was supposed to bounce in. You're supposed to hit it from here and bounce in like that. Oh well. I believe there's a speed up and invincibility over here. No, this boss is even more of a pain of an ass with Knuckles because, like I said, he can't jump as high, so you can't reach Eggman when he swings down slightly. You got to actually wait. And I only did that because I had the invincibility. Alright, Thunderstorm. You actually get to see more of the fight this time compared to my main run because he was dead by now. What do we get now? Oh, another Thunderstorm, sweet. To be fair, like, when the PC version came out, people found that there was actually, like, another boss that was going to be in it that was cancelled, where it was a lot more gambling-based. Which is probably why they scrapped it in favour of this. What do we get now? Alright, Sun again. Sweet, more hits. Alright, alright, this should be the last hit. I think. This should be 8, yep. And we've got to wait even longer for this to come down in reach. Damn it. There we go. Breaking, the flying battery returns. Oh, because of, like, hopefully I'll be able to show it off if I remember it when I spot it. But there was one spot in this where I accidentally found a big ring, and so I went back to the original Sonic 3 to see if it was there in that, and to my surprise it was. And I was really chuffed with myself because for the longest time, I'd never found a single big ring in Flying Battery in the original Sonic 3. It was just that one zone I could never find one in. Similar to Launch Base. Oh, I didn't mean to take that. Similar to Launch Base in Sonic 3 as well. That one, I could never find a big ring in that. But it didn't matter in Launch Base because that was Zone 6. I already had the Chaos Emeralds by then. Whilst Flying Battery is Zone 8, and the Super Emeralds come available from Zone 7 onwards. So there's a good chance you'll still need to find more special stages by that point. It's a shame the Super Emeralds didn't come back, but I can see why the old head didn't want it in. He said they weren't canon and he just didn't want it to be a part of it anymore. It was just a one-off little secret. Let's see if I can keep this electric shield this time and not lose it immediately. Right, let's get this. Sweet. So if you can keep your electric shield to the end of this little section I'm at now, and take the upper path instead of the normal, and while still having the electric shield, there's a little secret in it for you. See, you go up, it lets you go up here and get these. Oh, that's the only problem. Knuckles' jump is not high enough to get you away from the electric grid. You can't escape it normally. You have to find an alternate means. And other Knuckles already took that down, alright. Alright, well that's where that goes. Oh, I can go up here because of Knuckles. Can I reach that? Yeah! Sure, I love what they've done with Flying Battery. I wasn't the biggest fan of this zone. Like, it wasn't a bad zone by any stretch of the imagination. It's just I prefer this version. It felt like they did more of the idea in this version compared to the other. Oh, I didn't realise there was another electric shield here, and I'm going to lose it immediately. God damn it. Come on. I think it's Act 1 is the secret I'm thinking of. Well, I gotta hope it's Act 2 then, because I've missed it otherwise. There's a spike trap that's just really oddly placed, and if you run into it, you'll realise you can push it. And if you push it, it drops you into it, but I don't know if it's in Act 2 now. But this does actually get a little bit harder for Knuckles because of the lack of a jump. Yeah, I've got to try and badnik bounce a bit more to try and get to it. Which is what it's called, bouncing off an enemy to hit, see? Although I've never been crushed by this. Oh shit, I did that too early. God damn it. Just kill it before it crushes me. There we go. Well, that was nearly bad. As I've never been crushed, nearly gets crushed. I felt the transition to Act 2 in the original was better. A lot of the transitions from Act 1 to Act 2 in Sonic 3 were really natural. Whilst in this, like, there's a lot of things where like, they do a canned animation or a canned travel like that, it just doesn't feel the same. And I'm going to take the lower path because I believe I took the upper path on my main run. And I don't know for certain, but I think there's a secret. Yeah. Because although I don't need them anymore, I like trying to find a few more, just to show them off. Because this lower path, despite being more dangerous, is quicker for speedruns, but the only reason I haven't speedrun this level properly yet is because it's a pain in the ass to get everything right for it. Like, there's a bottom... No, it's not a bottomless pit, but there's a bottomless pit under parts of this. That as Knuckles, I'm sure this level would be alright to speedrun, actually, now that I think about it, because you can just glide over a lot of the traps. And so if there's awkward... So if the timing's awkward or off by it, it doesn't really matter, because you can just glide through it. Oh no, because it cuts off the glide when he does it. Never mind. I was being very overly optimistic then when I did the spin dash a minute ago. I didn't know if there was a bottomless pit underneath me or not. Grab it, yeah! Come on, Knuckles, let's go on our merry travels, just the two of us. Neat, what's over here? Oh no! Oh, that's such a dick move. But put the extra life right there. Right. Wait, Knuckles can go this way. Tails can as well, but Sonic can't. Sonic's the only one that's restricted. Because even if he has the electric shield, the electrics doesn't start yet, so... As I'm counting this as a Knuckles only path. Now I've got to work out how to do this. Ow. Oh. I thought it was going to go down to another drop like that. No, I want to go this way. I like the remix Act 2 as well for this. Oh yeah, if you want the trophy for going through the window, jump here. See? If you at some point haven't got this for some reason, well, you probably should have at this point, because the game's been out long enough. Yeah, let's go up. Let's see where the wind takes us this time. Boing. This level's still really long. Alright, I want to see if I can get that. There we go. Alright, we're approaching near the end now because it's this bit. But I still don't know if there's a bottomless pit, but I don't want to find out. I jumped way too early, but oh well. There we go. That's all I wanted. Ah! Alright, there goes the electric shield. So much for that. Right, on to the boss. That, if I had to hazard a guess, it's going to be even more of a pain in the ass for Knuckles because of the less of a jump. But if we can just keep him down, never mind. There we go. If you're just tuning in with us, because I wanted to do Knuckles' part anyway, I decided just to make it a live stream to save the time and effort, because I don't know where all the secret paths are, so wherever I stumble across I stumble into. If not, never mind, that sort of thing. I've managed to get all the Chaos Emeralds now, but I'm not going to be using Super Knuckles just because it makes it too easy. There we go. We did it, Knuckles. And Knuckles. Alright, let's go. I believe next is Press Garden. I believe. I hope so, because I love that zone. Yeah, it is. Sweet. I recognise from the musical. Actually, can Knuckles break these? No, he can't. Alright. But then that begs the question, and I want to point it out when I get to it. If Knuckles can't break them, how the hell do you get this item box? You can see it, right? There's an item box in there. Like, you just have to do an awful lot of backtracking just for that one item box or something. Eh, fuck it, let's go to lower path. Actually, what's over here? Probably just a big ring or something, but I've never gone over it. Oh yeah, there is a big ring. Oh well. There's another one to add to the list. Get up there! There we go, thanks Knuckles. I know your jump's super short and shit, but you can at least make some jumps, Knuckles. Can I make that? Yeah, I can. See. I thought this is an interesting level design. Like, whoever decided a press factory would be a good idea for a zone, a Sonic game. Like, kudos to you. It's a very interesting zone, that's for sure. Oh, there's an upper path here I want to take. Let's see if I can reach. Hey! Hello? There we go. Boy. Right, there is a switch we missed, but if you hit the switch, this door opens and it's another big ring. Whoa, okay, we're going this way then, I guess. This way. Damn it. I thought I could make that. Wow. Knuckles, your jump, seriously, man. Because I have to hold down the jump button to get the extra jump out of it, but it keeps on going to glide every time I do it. It's alright when it's Sonic, because the drop dash doesn't make a damn difference. Oh, what's this way? I was just trying to glide on the wall so I can make this comfortably. There we go. Actually, no, I'll go to lower path. And you've got to take the upper path for that. Because otherwise it puts you in an infinite loops, Sandopolis style. Come on. Alright, 2 more hits, we can get that. Come on back down. You know you want to. Fuck it, just hit it, just hit it. There we go. That could have been a lot better, but oh well. Oh, bloody hell. Now we get to the beautiful Press Garden Act 2. Which allows me to forgive Christian Whitehead for not including Ice Cap as one of the remix zones, but because it's a nice enough ice level as is. Also, I only learnt this recently. That isn't a dart the things are shooting. That they're sideways. They're sideways Astrons from Metropolis Zone, Sonic 2. And if you want to know what if you don't know what the Astrons are, they're the star-like enemies that the boss at the end of this act throws every time he jumps. So I remembered what the fuckers were called. So I always remember shell crackers and I always remember slicers because everyone remembers the shell crackers and slicers because they're such assholes. But everyone feels it's a trinity of death, but the Astrons just aren't too bad compared to the other two. Let's see, this level's just beautiful. It's a beautiful level with amazing music. It's just oh yeah, I wonder if they fixed the level yet. If you're supersonic, it negates the fire shield. like in its entirely. And to get through this bit over here, you need the fire shield. So if you're in Supersonic and you get the fire shield, you physically cannot progress until you run out of Supersonic. But it doesn't look like they've changed it, but it's hard to tell. Oh, I didn't realise there was a ledge there. God damn it. God damn. Knuckles, little jump, come on. Now, if it's these clickers, a lot of people think of them from Sonic 2, but my memory of them come from the Advanced Trilogy, because that was like their favourite go-to thing in Advanced 3. Especially in Advanced 3. It was in all the Advanced games, but in Advanced 3 in particular, they loved this little thing. Don't know what dimps was on when they made Advanced 3, but that was just what they were up for. Whee! Jesus. Alright, alright. Back the way we go. Alright, no, I want to go the other way. Alright, never mind then. Oh, bloody hell. There's still so much I'm discovering about this game as I go through it. Just little things. But we're at the end now. Take this, you get frozen over, and then you're at the boss. Ah! I forgot where he landed. Right, when he jumps, he throws an Astron. That. See? That's an enemy that was in Metropolis. That was getting shot sideways out of the little drone things. No, I want my ring. No, I want my ring. Get fucking... Damn it. Alright, first death. Alright, let's try that again, but just with less death this time. Got ya. Hey. See, that's not too bad. I started panicking the moment I ran out of rings, and that's always what gets me in Sonic. I always die when I don't have any rings, but even though, yeah, that makes sense, because it's one hit till death then, but it's because I know I'm one hit from death, I start panicking a little bit and get tensed. And now we've got Stardust Speedway. Making the halfway point in the game. Because this is zone... Yeah, this is zone 6 of 12. Because they said the length of this game is comparable to Sonic 3, but no, Sonic 3 is longer. Sonic 3 is 14 zones, this is 12. But in saying that, two of the zones were only one act. So it is technically 12 zones. Well no, even then it's 13. If you take off one act from each of the zone, it's still a 13 zones, it's still longer, so... There, I shut up my own argument right very quickly then. The Sonic 3 is still longer. I like the idea of the plants growing and the wildlife. I think it's a nice little way to show the past version of Stardust Speedway. I was about to say, and I love the music as well, but I already interrupted it with the invincibility theme. That's the one thing, like, I understand why they did it, but there's a part of me that kind of wish they didn't. I liked in the classic games, when you got the speed up shoes, it just sped up the track that you were playing. Whilst in this, it's actually got its own, like, speed up theme, and I kind of just preferred the idea of it just being a sped up version of the theme instead of what we got now. Don't get me wrong, the speed up theme that we've got now is pretty cool. I just kind of like the classic style of it, just got faster. I thought it was a neat little thing. Oh shit. And there's some Christian Whitehead push to try and get Stardust Speedway, and put Stardust Speedway and Metallic Madness when you get to it in, because he's said many a times the CD is his favourite of the classic Sonics, even though I don't understand that, because it's got the most bullshit level design. There's so many little things that are just anti-momentum and anti-speed, it just feels so anti-Sonic, and yet it's his favourite, but each their own. It's just, Sonic CD is my least favourite one of it. Like, I appreciate the remake he did for it. His remake made the game a lot more appreciable, but it doesn't change the level design being really questionable. Especially Wacky Workbench. My god, if they'd brought back Wacky Workbench in this, I would have killed someone. Because I hate that zone. That and Sandopolis are some of the worst zones ever in 2D Sonic. And that counts the Advanced Trilogy, because I actually like the Advanced Trilogy zones. I like the difficulty of them, because all the difficulty's fair. Even though a lot of people preferred them when they were a bit more casual friendly, like the Classic Trilogy and Mania. But I liked how brutal difficult they were. They were pro Sonic game. Sonic game. Even though I've got some quite bad memories of certain bosses in the Advanced Trilogy, because some of the bosses are a pain in the arse. The main ones that come to mind are the final boss in Advance 1, the Zone 5 boss in Advance 2, and the Zone 5 boss in Advance 3. Because the final boss was just a pain in the arse, he had so many different attacks. Oh no, and the Zone 4 boss from Advance 1. Because if you weren't quick enough, you'd drown. Because it was like all underwater, so you had to work out to do it quickly, otherwise you just drowned out and it was a wasted fight. Because the final boss one was a pain in the ass just because he had so many different attacks, so many different little things he could do. In Advance 2, the Zone 5 boss, some arsehole decided, hey, let's give it an instant kill attack that it can do freely with no charge up. And so every so often you think you're getting close and it just slaps you and it comes up as an instant kill. You're like, what the fuck? And you just die, it's over. It's gone. And Sonic 3, it's because you were doing it over a bottomless pit on Zone 5 boss, and so it was too easy to lose your bearings and lose your footing and just die. Alright, come on, Metal Sonic. I heard a few people complain that this boss was too long, and although I can kind of see it, I thought it was a nice, like, mid-game challenge, because this is the halfway point in the game, so having a longer boss to celebrate the halfway point seems fair to me. But then again, Sonic 3 did it better with its mid-game boss, because it was longer and it was harder, but it still didn't overstay its welcome, whilst this does, kinda overstay its welcome for a while. But I do understand they wanted to spice up the Metal Sonic fight as well, because most Metal Sonic fights are just racing him, and so they actually wanted to make it a fight. That's how we get the Game Gear Sonic 1s. Oh shit. Don't zip too fast. Do it like that. I'm getting really good RNG with these. Of course I had to jinx it. There we go. I was getting really good RNG that you kept on doing the spin. And I do understand the complaint that that's not obvious, that you have to spin dash into them to go get them. Like, so I figured it out very quickly, but I've seen enough people on YouTube not work it out that I kind of can feel it now that it's not that easy to tell. So I thought it was kind of obvious. They spin dash, you spin dash into them. You're the bigger thing. You'll do the bigger impact, so just spin dash into them. So I thought it made sense to spin dash, but that might just be because I've played enough Sonic in my time that I'm used to little shit like that. Also, this fight, like, most of Metal Sonic's attacks are not fun to try and dodge. Like, you'll just get hit at bullshit moments, it feels like sometimes. But at least we're at the main bit of the fight now. Or I say the main bit, the bit that's the easiest to cheese. Just sit against the spike wall. The rings don't go through the spike wall, so you can always maintain one ring if you stay at it. So you can actually just go here. And you have to wait for Metal Sonic to do his first attack before you can hit him. As I say, they all go against the wall, so you can just go back and get them all, no problem. And you can kind of cheese the fight because of it. I love Metal Sonic's theme in this though. It's such a catchy ass theme. That happened again! It happened in the main run through and it happened there. Alright, spin dashing when Metal Sonic dies causes you to spam to the left. I've worked it out, guys. I hope you saw that. I was in the middle of the screen, I spin dashed right, and it just took me all the way to the left side. I'm good. Thankfully the playback I'm watching, I can see that again quickly. Yeah, it happened. Fucking hell. Alright, I want to go this way. Alright, the enemies here I haven't don't spawn again. Like, I don't get that. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. And there seems to be no real answer as to why they are or aren't there. I'm gonna go this way. Right, now there is a Knuckles exclusive path on this level, I just don't remember where it is, so hopefully I'll stumble into it. And after going through Sonic 3 again, I stand true to what I felt. The original version of Hydro City is far better than this one. Like, this one is a fun level, it's a lot more gimmicky. Like the stupid bubble shit in the second half of the level, which you can skip, I know you can skip it. It's just trying to work out how to skip it, because you've got to find the right path, and I don't know where that right path is, unfortunately. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. I want to go back up. Take me up. No, this is not up. Damn it. Yeah, you can't stop me from taking the upper path. Damn it! I'm taking the upper path. You're not stopping me, game. There we go. So you can't stop me, game. Alright. Oh, damn it. Alright, well, we're at the upper path anyway. We're close enough for it. It doesn't matter. Oh. Take this path then. Hello, weird bug bots. Hey. Oh no, I think it's here. Yeah, it is. Sweet. Well, I managed to find it. And hopefully this will allow me to avoid all the underwater shit. It won't, because I know my luck, but you never know. I still love the music for Hydro City. Oh, that just goes back, so this way. God bless Knuckles and his just insta-destructive Knuckles. Sorry, the music's just too good. I hope I can avoid the other path, because I don't enjoy the long path. It's such that I haven't avoided it. It's here, I think. None of these I can grab? Alright. I don't want to go to the lower path, it's so shit. Wait, is it up here? You can't stop me, game. I will find an alternate path that means I don't have to take the blood. That could be on. So, is there this here? Can I go in through this? No. God damn it. Please, game, have mercy. Don't make me take the other dumb, stupid fucking path. Alright, these fans I swear are just here to stop Knuckles from gliding. Yep, but damn it, we haven't missed it. Damn it. Well, I tried. Well, long path it is. This path is so shit. Oh, I don't enjoy this bit. This entire section here is just it's just so boring. It's not fun. The bubble gimmick, I didn't enjoy it in Game Gear Sonic 2. I don't enjoy it here. And it just drags on what's that normally a good level. Because there's the upper path. You can see where it breaks through the floor where it would be normally. Right, let's go. And it's the only real attempt at any kind of set piece in this game. Eggman's gonna blow up the walls. And I mean, literally, this is like the only real time he tries to do it. It's not like Sonic 3, we had loads of little funky stuff that happened here and there. That was all cool and unique and different, and Knuckles drowned. But this is the only real one you get. And it's a bit of a shame. Like, I hope if they put Christian Whitehead in charge of another game in the series, they give him more creative freedom, because I think he would do more of this. I think he'd want to do more of this, like with Sonic 3 and stuff. And so if they give him enough creative freedom, maybe he'll do it. But that might just be me being hopeful. But then Sonic Mania has sold really well, so they might let Christian do more shit in the future. I don't want to pick up that bomb. Yeah, if you tap down on the D-pad, you can drop these little bombs to try and destroy Eggman's ones. It's very neat. That should do it. There we go. Look at it. That's such a cool little thing that it lets you go into the Egg-O-Matic from Hydra City Act 2 in the original. Right, now we go to Act 2, which I think is even more butchered than the original, unfortunately. I'm not a big fan of this. I kind of liked the wall closing in on you in the original. I hope they re-release Sonic 1, 2 and 3 so I can show what I'm talking about a bit easier. Then I'm sure everyone's played Sonic 3 at this, Sonic 1, 2 or 3 at some point. Or if they haven't played it, are just aware. And if you're not aware, then where the hell have you been sleeping? Like, what rock did you find to sleep under? I don't know, I just preferred the original. Sonic 3 is still my favourite. Mania tried, but it can't compete with Sonic 3. Sonic 3 had so many nice little set things while still being free. Whilst this doesn't really have any set things, and the one time it does, it's a very fixed sequence that we saw a minute ago. I kind of wish they'd just sort of been braver and tried to mess around with the extra stuff more. But maybe it's just because they know that Sonic 2 sold better, so they wanted it to be more in line with Sonic 2. Which is a shame, because anyone who's played Sonic 3 can tell you Sonic 3 is better. It's just Sonic 2 sold better because it was better advertised, and Sonic 3 was just, oh look, it's Sonic 3. And there's the whole issue of Sonic 3 being split in half. So when you get Sonic 3, you're only getting half the full game. You have to get Sonic and Knuckles for the other half of it, which sort of took a lot of people off the idea. I don't know if there's anything this way, I'm just checking it because it's Knuckles and I can do that. And I still don't like the fact that the cylinders, top and bottom of these cylinders are black in this and not purple like they used to be. So it's so cool when they're purple. It was so easy to identify where you can stand on them, whilst in this they just blend into the background a little too easy. And I think the secret rings... Oh no, it's the next one. There's one where if you hold left, there's a secret ring to the left of you. I'm at least glad this is still here. If you look to the right, you might have seen it just for a second there. It's here. Knuckles, please. Let's get the combined ring so I can get all my rings back if I end up losing them, because that's 214 I'd rather keep. Sweet. This bit here doesn't feel as dangerous as it used to be. Well, I know it's because it's so much shorter because we've already done it. But in the original, it felt like it was a legit threat. But when I came to it in here, like I didn't even bat an eyelid. I just did it. Now, I believe this one you want to take all the way up, and there you go. And to the boss. That I'm going to have to do properly because I'm not in super form. Because if you're in super form, you can just intentionally hit a wall and then let yourself get caught by Eggman, because the super form will destroy him instead of him destroying you. But it's an easy enough fight. You just got to hit the bomb and then move Eggman into the bomb. It's very easy. Especially if you get a bomb in like a small space like this, it's even better because you know Eggman's not going to escape. Now I'll go up. And I can hug this top bit here and I don't have to move. I haven't kept count how many hits I've got on him. I think we're approaching the end. Yeah. Oh, other Knuckles drowned. And now we get the first straight up copy fight. This. Ooh. Hey, I got it! Finally, I wanted to show that off in the Let's Play. I've been wanting to show it off for ages, and I finally got it just to be able to show it off that you can do that. If you spin, dash and jump, you can get yourself stuck in it and then just infinitely hit him to death. And now we actually get to go to actual new stuff. You might remember, Knuckles gets knocked off. See? And now we actually get a completely new level. Ow. That has one of my favourite themes in the game. And I prefer it over the normal Act 2 and the Sonic's Act 1. It's just such a cool theme. Wait, that's a bottomless pit. That's a bottomless pit. Move up, Knuckles. Thank you. It's just like, listen to it, it's so chill. But because it's a Knuckles only level, they abuse that, so be prepared to have a lot of shit where you just gotta climb a wall. And there's nothing you can really do about it. But this is what I mean, this should have been more. There should have been more levels that felt very exclusive to Knuckles, sort of like what it was in Sonic 3. And I know I might be asking for too much because this game is amazing in its own right, but I loved that in Sonic 3, that there was so many unique stuff and unique paths and unique levels with Knuckles in the same zones. Just because you took Knuckles' story, it felt like its own path. Hell, there was even like, well, this one does have its own as well, but there was unique boss fights that you could only get as Knuckles as well, including a unique true final boss where you fight a souped up Mecha Sonic, which is different from Metal Sonic we fought in Stardust Speedway. Mecha Sonic's a big bulkier robot. Also, it's the only time that you can glide and attach yourself to moving walls, because usually the game has a paddy when you try and glide across moving walls, so thank you. Thank you, Sonic Mania, for finally making it possible. Oh shit. I want to take that upper path. But you gotta be careful, because they placed this carefully. There we go. Thanks for the combine ring. Wait, damn it. And I just like the shading and colouring of this level. It brightens up to be like what we know from Act 2 later on, but just in this first bit of the act where it's all kind of like, it's almost like a sunrise, and you can fit and you can sort of get the sense of the orange in the light of it just starting to rise. It's just such a nice colour choice and nice palette for this level. It's just so, I could compliment the art style for days. This game's beautiful. Also these from Angel Island Zone from Sonic 3. That's a nice little callback. See, it starts to go back to the normal colour palette now when you get to this point. Yeah, I'll take the upper path. To totally safe the upper path. Oh, I know this bit. Ah, come on, I wanted that, you can't. Oh, it's just an invincibility. That was not worth it at all. This bit's a nice little thing as well. I just think that's a cool movement thing, even if it is automatic as all hell. This is the boss. You can get 2 free hits there. You might be able to get a third one, but I've never been fortunate enough. But this fight's not too bad. And this is, oh yeah, this is our first unique boss to Knuckles. There we go. And once again, instead of making the act thing just drop in front of you, you got to move to trigger it, which I think was a weird thing that they started doing more and more as this game goes on. But I liked in the old one, I liked in Sonic 3 and in the older levels in this, where it would just drop on you. It wouldn't do any of this bullshit of, oh, you've got to walk over to it. But I let it off for Studiopolis because of the nature of the Act 1 boss. But other than that, the first little bit of Act 2 is unique to Knuckles, but after a while you'll start seeing some familiar bits of scenery as you sort of just transition into the normal Act 2. No, good. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. Timing the jump on those things is always a nightmare. No! God. No, I want to go the upper path. Fuck you, game. There we go. Just get the extra life, Knuckles. No! Fuck it. It's not worth it. Just not worth it. Just keep moving. We get to fight the magician now. Which, according to the game's inbuilt manual, this thing's female. I like the hard-boiled heavies themes, to be honest. It sounds like something out of Jet Set Radio. Every 2 hits he changes form, going from Fang to Bean to Bark, the polar bear. Alright, one more hit. There we go. Interesting thing is that all the hard-boiled heavies, when you destroy them, they don't actually destroy. They retreat when they start to break. All of them retreat off instead. Which I always can't help but feel like they were originally planning to do more with them, that they all retreat instead of being destroyed. Because what they do with them in the actual final boss of this is such a minor and little thing. I just kind of feel like there was going to be more with them. Like they was going to make a big epic fight with them or something. Especially because with all of them in the final boss, there's a way of hurting them, yet they never die. So it kind of feels weird to do so. Oh, well, there goes that. I'm glad they brought this back. As much as I wanted Mystic Cave, which is my personal favourite, Oil Ocean, like my second favourite, is still a nice compromise. I don't know why I always like Mystic Cave. I just think it's because it's just such a clever trap-like level, yet it fit into the level design so well that it was something that led to this big power plant thing. There we go. And I think I showed it off in my main run, but hopefully I'll just at least highlight it and maybe show it off again. The secret submarine you need for the trophy. It's in Act 2. Well, obviously, because all of them are in Act 2. Also, Raymond, did that just move? I want to check that. Yeah, it did. Alright, what's down here? An extra life. Alright. Take that, didn't learn something new. Wait, oh, no, never mind. I was going to go for the electric shield, but it's no biggie. The next, like, proper unique bit for Knuckles isn't until Lava Reef Zone Act 2. AKA the third to last zone. So, I know I say that out loud, but that is like the next zone if I remember rightly. I want to go this way. That's the beauty of Knuckles, so if you see an alternate path you want to get, you can just go to it. There's nothing stopping you from getting to the alternate paths. Unless there's like a curve or something like that Knuckles can't climb. He has to climb straight walls. He doesn't climb curved ones. And these fans are still a pain in the ass from the original. Two, 3, 4. Damn it. 5. One more. There we go. Oh, let's go for Act 1. Right now I've got to try and remember where the secret submarines for Act 2 is. As they decide to introduce the concept of Sandopolis Act 2 into this. Thankfully, they do it a much better way than Sandopolis did, because I hated Sandopolis, so when I saw they were doing something similar in this, I kind of panicked a little bit, but they've done it alright. Yeah, sure, I'll take this way. Right, now the secret submarine, you need to find your way to the bottom of the level where the actual ocean is, but you don't have to do it like straight away. Like there's a good point later on where it's kind of a set piece that you'll always end up at, so I'll use that as reference to try and find it. Spamming the jump button to go up those is a pain in the arse though. Damn it. Also, don't kill any of the enemies that can shoot fire in any sense of the word. Right here, this is a good central point to use as reference. There is a lower path there, but I'm not going to take it. I want to go over here. I was like, burn everything. Take it right to the bottom. And I'll nab this switch while I'm at it. Take it all the way down. Any instance of an upper part should have been crushed there. Just go down. Is it this one? Or is it the next bit? I think it might be the next bit. Yeah, it is. Right, over here. Go this way instead. And you might not be able to see much. I need to try and find a switch so you can see it better. There's just a bit over here, and as soon as you see yourself not moving, start jumping, because then you won't hit the kill boundary at the bottom. And just at the bottom over here, it's still submarine. Nicely tucked away. And it's got a ring box, extra life, combined ring, and an invincibility. And then you can launch yourself back out and go back on the main path. I want to get that switch before he gets... That's the only problem though, like, when you're playing it, you can still see fine, but when it goes to recording and the way it records it down, and it played the Act Clear theme for some reason, and now the music stopped. Oh, that's great. Anyway, as I was saying, now the game's music's glitched. Usually, it becomes too hard to see on recording when it fogs up. But in the actual game, it's fine. But God, the music is completely glitched out. That's brilliant. That's hilarious. Fucking hell. It's funny because they said they patched this, but they obviously haven't, and it's playing the Act Clear music again. Alright. Nice one, game. 10 out of 10. It's kind of hollow silence. It's weird. You don't have to take any of the submarines working your way for a level. I just like showing them off. Every time I get an extra life, it plays the Act Clear music. This is great. Oh. Let's see if it fixes itself when I go to the boss. Yeah, it does. Alright. 4, 5. Well, at least it fixed itself for the boss. Jesus. Well, they said they are still working on little things like that because they want to try and make it as clean and smooth as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another patch before too long. I know the PC version gets a hell of a lot more patches than the PS4 version does. I wasn't sure if that was me or the other Knuckles that died in for a second, which is why I shut up. I was like, did I just die to this or... Right. It is Lava Reef. Right, Act 2, there's a different path and a different boss at the end. Because there's a point right near the end of the level where there's a path that only Sonic can reach and you have to go a different way. I won't take this because you don't need to. Sorry, my microphone had a little malfunction then for a second, so I had to just quickly reset it. Hopefully it wasn't too noticeable. So I had to pause for a second. I know, because I say that, but every microphone I've ever had has done this before, so I'm sure it might just be more to do with either my PlayStation or just a PlayStation service as a whole, but sometimes it randomly cuts out the audio and nothing comes out and nothing goes in, so I have to quickly pause and take it out and then put it back in to reset it. It's stupid, but it happens sometimes. Because we have the fire shield, we're immune to the flames of distraction. This is another level that I'll probably speed run at some point. It's just... it's such a complicated fucking level to try and get a good speed run path down. It's just... I'm just not up for it yet. Oh, wrong way. Because at one point or another I do want to have a speed run of every level, but there's a bunch of levels I just don't want to do right now. Also, there's a secret over here. You can see there's a big ring, but I'm not going to take it because it drops you to an earlier point in the level and you've got to work your way through again. But if you go this upper path... oh, come on, Knuckles. I know you've got a stunted jump, but you can make that. There's a rings over here. And in the original it stopped here, but in this, they've added an extra bit for it. With even more rings. Whee. To be fair, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Lava Reef. Like, it was an alright level, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But in this one, I do think it is better. Like, although it's still not really my thing, it is a lot better than it was. Unlike the next zone, when we go to Metallic Madness, no matter what they try, I still do not enjoy Metallic Madness. It's still a very meh level. Like, Act 1's not so bad because of the time run for it, but everything else... it's just, there's nothing really unique or special or selling it to me with it. Because the only zone I ever like think highly of in Sonic CD is Stardust Speedway, and even then, that was gimmicky as all hell when it suited. People just forgive it because it had an awesome boss fight at the end. This bit's a bit stupid. The amount of springs, like, it's not necessary. Come on, game. Oh, damn it, I thought I could add that nicely timed. I stopped for a second because I wasn't sure if that was the... There's a ledge where if it breaks off, a shield is underneath it, and I wasn't sure if that was the one. It wasn't, but... Oh, no. I just thought it would be worth waiting to check. I do like the music for this level, though. That never gets off. It's here that's the shield. That's what I was thinking of. And I think this is the boss on approach. And like before, you got to wait for the lava out and mine the spike drops. That would be a nice thing to do. And the lava will damage him. Now, if you want to be a bit of a madman, you can let it drop on you and just keep on spamming the jump and trying to hit him. Damn it, I thought I had enough time. Yeah! Oh well, the block's still destroyed underneath it. Right, now I believe it's here. Yeah, there's a shield. Now this is another idea of what I mean. In the other one, it would just... As soon as this finished, it went into Act 2, but whilst this, they do this weird canned animation transition of you moving to something else, and then that taking you to the next level, with a fade to black as well. It just doesn't feel as natural and as smooth as they had it down in the original. Damn it, I can't take the upper path. Come on. Nah. I want to take the upper path because there's a fire shield up here that I want. Alright, you can't grab the boulders apparently. I say the boulders, the blocks. Fine, we'll do it the way you want me to. I thought I was just trying to be quick, and it's longer to do it that way. There we go. I love the remix for Act 2 in this though. The remix is just beautiful. Right, Knuckles' extra... Like, the first bit of Knuckles' extra path is near here, but I'll get the special ring over here first quickly. It's... If you just... Instead of dropping down, just keep on going left here, and you'll just go through this wall here. And this is Knuckles exclusive, because only Knuckles can do this bit. Because Sonic and Tails can't break through that wall. They can debug through it if you want to use the debug mode, but other than that... And I hope you plan to keep that fire shield because it's very easy to lose otherwise. There's also a lot more pipes on Knuckles' run. Which I can't help but feel is a little lazy, but they've got to try and make it work somehow, so I don't mind it too much. There we go. I see the switch, there we go. Now, I don't know if those steam bots work the same as they do in Sonic 3, but in Sonic 3, they'd instant kill you, they'd suffocate you. And it was fucking terrifying when they do that, but I've never given them the chance to do it, just in case they can still do it. Hey, I made it. I'll wait for you to destroy and then I'll just squeeze through. Oh, I'm surprised I evaded that. That seemed very on the nail almost. I can see the ring boxes, but I want to go up here. And just glide over it all. What's over here? Oh, more ring boxes. And a secret? Yeah. And I think we're back on the normal path now. Yeah, we are. And then it won't split again until right near the end. But actually, there's another path here. I want to take this way. God, this is high. It's almost like they only want it to be Knuckles that can get up here. Fair, Tails can probably get up there as well if you have a fire shield, but... Where's the button? There it is. Oh boy, speed up shoes. For what that's worth, and it puts us into a really finicky little bit afterwards. Right, this is a secret bit. Be careful, because god damn, we're approaching the bit we're approaching. Oh, so that was just a shortcut. That wasn't the main bit it was on about. Alright, up here, you can't go that way. That's a Sonic exclusive path at the top there. You can't. You have to go down here, which shoots you the other direction. It takes you this way. This bit coming up, be very careful because it's a bottomless pit underneath you the whole way through. Right here, there's nothing but death beneath us. So just head up instead. And this was another problem that kind of affected you if you were, like before, if you had Super Sonic and you had enough rings, this was your death. Because you'd have to glide, but the glide would put you into super mode and the super mode cancels the glide, so you'd just drop. As soon as you go into super here, you'd just drop. You'd have to go into super beforehand. So hit the button. There we go. There we go. Knuckles' path and Knuckles' exclusive boss. And it's the only way you get the head of the hard-boiled heavies outside of super form. Oh, I thought it'd be a spring there, like there. Because over here, the cracked super emeralds and the master emerald are all here. And we get this nice little throwback to Sonic 3 of when Knuckles tried to stop Eggman from taking it and ended up getting electrocuted. And so he remembers it and has to think outside the box. As he shouts at the Egg King, not the Heavy King, I think it's called. Damn it. The hitbox on this guy is a bit wonky. Like, it's not too bad, but you'll notice it. Sometimes there are things where it looks like you hit it and you just don't. It should be nearly dead. Got ya. Oh, that was enough points for an extra life. I like that they fixed the problem with the score as well. When the game first came out, every 50,000 points you got meant nothing. When, in reality, every 50,000 points is supposed to be an extra life in the classics, and I'm glad they fixed that. Because the score really did become useless because of it. And now we've got Metallic Madness. As I said, the level's not too bad. I'm a lot better with it than I used to be, because I've done enough speed runs of it. Even though, like, my proudest speed run is to speed run this level, even though I know exactly where it can be improved, because I'm nowhere near the world record, that's for sure. I'm about like 20 seconds off. And I know exactly where it needs to be improved to make it, but I just don't want to do it because it took so long to get this. Get the run I have that on YouTube. So I don't plan to break any world records or anything, so I know I'm not good enough. But if I can get close to one of them, that's enough for me. Wait, I forgot you can't be rolling, otherwise you go too far down. You have to do it. If you're rolling, you do a lower jump than if you're just running. That's the thing you got to keep in mind if you ever try and do speedruns in this. And the reason why I'm taking the path I'm doing is because the whole going foreground and background stuff, it's all right, but if I can avoid it, I will. And there is a way, which I'm showing you now, where you can only do it the one time you're supposed to. And it's great for speedruns because you get to the end of the level so quickly. Because it's right here. Now, you just jump this. Take this up. And this is it. This is the only time you have to do it in the level because this is the final time you're supposed to do it. There we go. See? And we're at the end. And what do we get? Another rehash. The final boss of Sonic 1. Just this time they made it easier because it's 5 crushers instead of 4. And if you're sitting there thinking, how is it easier if there's more crushers? It's because there's more space to move out of the way of said crushers, and they're the same size. And yeah, the spin dash, because the spin dash didn't exist in Sonic 1, so the electric orbs that shoot at you are far easier to avoid as well, because you don't have to actually run. The only thing they made harder is that on the original, there was a little bit to far left and far right where you can completely avoid it. Whilst in here, they blocked it off so you can't avoid everything, you have to actually be a part of the fight. And get lucky. And it only ever lets you hit them once. Because originally you just had to kind of run and time it. Is that enough? Yeah. Right, and there's also the second phase. This bit's at least new. And it's just crushers will start going at random and Eggman will be in one of them, so you got to sort of stay somewhat near them. Well, I say at random, it's like every 4, I think. Well, yeah, it is every 4. Now, instead of dropping the axe sign, they make you move over to it again. Come on, that was so cool. Why can't you just do it like that? I love this remix though. This is my favourite track in the game. Despite how much I don't like this level, this is my favourite track. It's such a cool track. It's just so fucking catchy. Even if I don't understand what the rap's saying. Like, if anyone can translate the rap that's in the background of this track, like, I'd appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just... This part of the music I love. I know I turned the volume down when I started this, just so it wasn't too obnoxiously loud, so you might not be able to hear it too well, but... It's just such a glorious track, this. As I interrupt it with an extra life. This bit. Oh, I could listen to that all day. It's such a glorious piece of music. Also, let's get shrunk. Jump, Knuckles. Jump, join me. There we go. Ah! I like the chibi sprites though, because in the original Sonic CD it was only Sonic, and then in Christian Whitehead version he made Tails playable so you could get chibi Tails, and now in this if you can play as Knuckles you get chibi Knuckles finally. And the chibi version controls a lot better than it did in the original, because the physics went really out of whack when you were in the chibi mode in the original, where everything was really weird and out of place in CD. I'm sorry, CD fans. It's just it wasn't my cup of tea. I don't think it ever will be. And if I ever play it, it will be the Christian Whitehead version, which means waiting for someone at Sega to let him put all his fancy remakes that are on mobile to PS4. Because the only one that made it off mobile to console was the Sonic CD one, for God's sake, not Sonic 1 and 2. And that was on 360, not PS4, what I'd used to record. As I stumble around like a moron with my words. I think we're near the end of the level. Yeah, we are. This is the drop. And it just zips you across. It's just a cool idea for a boss. It's just miniature versions of old bosses. And you have the weird, creepy Amy bomb. Ugh. Mind out, because it does shoot down on its way down to try and catch you. There we go. There we go. Now we only got the final zone. This has gone a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. Not that I'm complaining, it just was gone a lot quicker than I thought it would. Now it's time for the grand finale. But I do think this is a great final zone. It's just the amount of challenge, just the right amount of length. It's just a fun level to play. Ow. And it's challenging without being bullshit, which is the problem that a lot of companies have when it comes to trying to make a final challenge. They sometimes make it way too hard. But I thought they hit the nail on the head quite nicely with this. I know there's a spring down here. And because like the game developer said, they probably will never be DLC for this because they've done everything they really wanted to do and they can't really think of what else they'd want to do for this level. And I'm surprised it didn't cut any of their minds to do a DLC, to just do the DLC for Advance, like bring back some of the Advanced zones and a couple new ones. And the reason why I say this is not just because I enjoyed the Advanced levels, but because some of the levels on them could do with a rework. Like they're a very interesting concept, but just wasn't executed as well as they could have been. So I think if they put Christian Whitehead, someone who knows the ins and outs of what makes a good Sonic level, and they put him in charge of redesigning some of the Advanced levels, we could have some really fun remakes of Advanced levels. Especially because some of those concepts were so neat. Like I'd love to see the Cybertracks from Sonic 3, or that other Techno Zone that was from Sonic 2 that slips my mind right now. Or the fact that they had a level completely designed out of musical instruments in Advance 2. That was so cool. I'd love to see that. It was Music Plant, I remember it being called. That was such a cool ass level. Or the Toy Kingdom, where it was the same sort of deal, but it was just loads of children's toys instead used as level pieces. It was such a unique and interesting idea. I'd love to see some of them be rebuilt on this sort of system. But then I'm no developer, and I'm sure they were kind of tiring out by the end of it. Because it's 12 zones. As much as I complain about them saying it's as long as Sonic 3 and it really not being as long, there's still a lot here, and there's a lot of little attention to details that probably took a lot of time and effort to do. And so I don't blame them if they don't want to do DLC, or if they do, it'll probably be post-Forces release. As rings go everywhere. Because this section is just that little bit harder as Knuckles, because the jump's awkward. She got to jump before that reaches the top because it's a crush. There we go. And this level, although it does have branching paths that you can find, it is the most linear. Like they got this here. Damn it, take the... Go up, Knuckles, there we go. There, you can reach that. If you want to reach it as Sonic, if you go over here and go up here instead, there's an electric shield for you. See? So you can get the double jump to make it. Additionally, there's one in Act 2 that I wanted to show off but didn't get to on my blind run. Maybe I'll show that off then. Because I know where it is. And it's not like you can't miss it because Act 2 is extremely linear. Like Act 1's linear, but it's got like a few breaching paths, but Act 2 is completely linear. It's just 4 sections, do the 4 sections, go take on the final boss. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Right, when I was playing through a Sonic, I was sweating when I when I knew I was done going to hit Knuckles. Because in the original, Knuckles never fought this boss because the path branched, and because of it, you couldn't reach the boss. If you like cheated the game to try and go up it, you just couldn't. But they lowered it down just barely enough in this that you can reach it. But it's still a pain in the ass. It's a lot easier to do as Sonic and Tails. This fight's like a real dick to do as Knuckles. So that's why I'm just kind of not trying to do it strategy, I'm just doing it. It's just... There we go. I like what they did with the second phase though. Where they made it a lift. Oh, that's right, the other Knuckles got it. I was trying to see if I could make it land on my spin dash. And then that's the last time it drops. I've had so many times where it just doesn't drop there and then it drops there. Alright, final level. Oh. And another fade to black transition. This level's got a cool theme as well. As I interrupt it by getting an extra life. Alright, let's go this way first. Let's go the most pain in the arse way first. It's the amount of times I've died and been crushed going at this one bit. Oh shit. I think these are cool enemies. At this bit, it's easier than you'd like to think to get crushed. There we go. I am talking less because I've got to concentrate a little bit because, like I said, it is challenging. It's the final level in the game. And needless to say, that's crushing. You get caught in that. Oh, no, actually no, I think we're Knuckles. We can go the extra path. I pressed jump too late, but if you jump out and take this up and go back here, there's an alternate exit for you, which always just leads to a ring box and a shield, and then back to normal. That's it. We'll do the upper paths first. Alright, here's another bit where you can get crushed if you're not careful. Because you're going downwards, it's a little less likely that you're going to get crushed. Is this just a climb? Here it is. I don't think this one has a secret exit. I think the bit I'm at now is the only exit. Those fan enemies are a bit annoying. Alright, here it is. If you can... No! I'm taking the other path. You can't stop me. I want to show off the final big ring in the game. If you hit this and then go up here, you'll realise that some of these vanish as you hit them. And eventually, that's how you sneak in. See? And it's just there. Now, on to the actual path. No, but it's the last big ring in the game, so if you don't have all the Chaos Emeralds by that one, you're not getting the true ending this run. last bit. Oh shit. Alright, see if I can do it. Oh, I was too early, but you can skip a lot by just, if you jump and time it right going down there. Whoa. Damn it. If you jump and make it up to that other path, there is like, I think it's like a shield. Nearly there. If you go right, there's a secret exit, so I'll show this off. And once you beat all 4, after the final boss opens, that no longer cuts you out of super mode. Originally, as soon as you entered the final boss, it'd cut you out of super mode, but in the update they changed that as well. Unfortunately, actually I don't know because it's Knuckles and Knuckles. If I remember rightly, if you're playing as Knuckles and Knuckles, they do give you the supersonic boss anyway, just as a joke. But I don't know for certain. So if it does, it does. If not, it not. It doesn't really matter either way. But yeah, this is the final boss. Damn it. And similar to Sonic CD, the fight gets easier the longer it goes on, because the more you damage it, the more it breaks off. And I know I say it in my main run, but I know not everyone watches it. See, that's what I meant earlier. You can hurt them in this final form, even though you're not, even though you can't actually defeat them, and there's no reason to. Uh-oh. Hey. It is a cool final boss theme though. It's a mixture of bits and pieces from other final boss themes in the series, particularly Sonic 2 and 3. Oh. Because that's the problem. The fight gets way too easy because the bits that destroy first should have been the top side, but instead the bottom side destroys first. So you can kind of just wreck him. Like that. Right, now moment of truth. Okay, we are doing the secret final boss then. If you've got Knuckles and Knuckles mode on, then they haven't changed this. Knuckles mode on, where it's the 2 Knuckleses. They decide when you get the Chaos Emerald to let you do the Supersonic fight anyway, even though it's only supposed to be for Sonic. So we're doing the Supersonic boss again, yay! Against the Egg Reverie, or Reverie, or however it's supposed to be fucking pronounced. And the powered up Egg King. Heavy King, sorry. And you can tell it doesn't really belong because Knuckles, it just looks like Knuckles is gliding. He's not in his like his supersonic flying state. Also, the other thing I learned, if you're getting low on rings, when Eggman appears, let Eggman linger because the rings only spawn in when Eggman is on. When the Heavy King is on, the only rings that are about are the rings that were already there, that were already spawned in from before. So now more of appearing the moment Eggman's here. So if you're low on rings, you can wait for Eggman to pop up and then have your moment to go get him. But the Egg Reverie itself is never the problem. It's always the Heavy King here. Damn it. And I'm actually starting to get relatively low on rings, so I need to be careful. Damn it, I was hoping I should try and catch it for the invincibility flames. Damn it, I thought I was quick enough. Right, I need to spend some time getting some rings. Yeah, alright, Eggman, have your fun. No, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. He came into me. That's his own fault. I don't know how many hits are left. That's the problem. Alright, I need to... Oh, so he only does like the super attack when you make distance then, but you hear him charge it up as I move away. I need to try and see if I can get in and hit him. Yay. Oh no! Damn it! Well, I had to try. Damn it. Alright, attempt 2. God damn it. Well, that was the first time I've ever died to this fight. I'm not sure what was going wrong with that one, it's just I ended up with very little rings very quickly. Maybe it secretly is harder if you play it as Knuckles. Right, but I'm not going to dick around. I'm going to concentrate a bit more and get it done this time because I don't want to repeatedly die. Because that's actually the very first time I've ever died to this boss. And of course, it's when I'm playing it live it happens. Damn it, I missed. Got you. Got me, damn it. I love this. I still love this theme though. Oh, I thought I'd be able to sneak it in. Got you. Oh, didn't mean to dash. Every time you dash, it costs 5 rings. Just because I hit the ground, I thought I needed to jump this die up again. Still not dead. God damn it! How many hits is it? It's like 6 hits each? Damn it. Get up there. Just hit him. Just hit him. Just hit him. For God's sake, hit him. Oh, give me some rings. No. Good thing the game counted it even without any rings because it counted the last hit. Fucking hell. That was closer than it needed to be. Holy shit. But that's it. That's the whole of Knuckles' story. And you get your goofy dumb ending. Where he's just reading a stupid story to all the kid animals. With Sonic and Tails in the background going like, what the fuck is this guy on about? And yeah, that's the whole of Knuckles' story. And all its dumb arsery. Well, I thought I gave my final thoughts in the Let's Play, but I do enjoy this game, I do. Although I think Sonic 3 is better, I'm glad that this happened and this existed. And cause it's like a shining light of the possible future of the Sonic series. Like post-Forces, what they do, because this game sold really well, and Sega made it clear that if this game did do well, they might do more like it. And so it's kind of confident that we're going to get more 2D Sonic in the future, which I'm A-okay with. I'm completely down with that. And I just hope it ends up working out in the future and we get some really neat games that are new ideas in the future. Because that was the only thing that bothered me with this, is that 8 of the zones were rehashes of the old zones, just remastered. And as much as the remasterings are great and the level design makes them feel fresh and unique, this doesn't change the fact they're reused zones. I wish it was 12 brand new zones, or at least only a couple rehashes, not 8 versus 4. But, oh well, what can you do? I do love this game still. I think it's a great thing there, and it's the best Sonic game we've had since Generations. Original music from, they had to reference where it is and copyright and all that shit. And I just hope Sega put more trust in Christian Whitehead. There's not much more I can say on this, just I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed watching me shuffle my way through it with little mistakes here and there. And had much of a blast playing, a blast watching, or if you haven't got it already, gone out of your way to get it, and just enjoyed what is this beautiful fan game with an official budget. Because that is what it is at the end of the day. Christian Whitehead is just someone who was raised on the originals, loved it, and so wanted to make his own, and so did. And Sega gave him the recognition he deserved, and eventually hired him, and here he is making Mania. But I've run out of things today to say, and you've seen the credits before, so I'm going to skip through this. And that's the end of Sonic Mania, and that's going to be the end of the live stream as well. So for the few of you that have joined me along this merry adventure, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is.